in Versailles, Wright Printing and Promotional Advertising, H&R Block in Versailles, Vera Cruz Restaurant, the Osage Beach Hy-Vee, Gladstone Cove Boat Trailer Sales, American Sun Control, DeGraff and Reed Heating and Cooling, Jason Blank and Ship CPA, the Kidwell Garber Funeral Homes of Versailles and Laurie, the Bank of Versailles, the Shed Batting Cages, and Versailles Total Fitness. Thanks for listening to high school basketball on KS-95.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to tonight's presentation of KS-95 Sports, a very, very special one here this evening, as tonight we are live at Tipton Gymnasium, home to a matchup that I can say I have never said before.
The Kidwell Garber Funeral,
to my knowledge, on KS-95, one of the two teams playing in this game are not from the state of Missouri. Yes, here tonight we have one of the best teams in all of Class II basketball, arguably the favorites to win the state title this year, the Tipton Lady Cardinals. And on the other side, the number 4 ranked team in Class 6 basketball in the state of Colorado, Pine Creek, out of Colorado, here to play this evening. I'm Colton Taylor. We got Britt mic'd up with us tonight. Britt, how are you?
I'm good. I'm doing good. I'm excited.
It's going to be a lot of fun. This is a matchup that we just found out about a week and a half ago. But it just goes to show Tipton don't really care who they play.
They really don't, and they're not scared of anyone.
This is a super talented squad here in Pine Creek out of Colorado. Like I said, to be ranked top 10, specifically top 5 in that class is insane. And part of the reason they are so good is because on the floor for these ladies is Miss Brooklyn Stewart. She is a power forward / guard, and specifically she stands at 6'3". She is the number 2 player in the entire state of Colorado and is one of the top 40 players in the nation. She is already committed to go play for the University of Oklahoma, which is a ranked college ladies program. I mean, Britt, how wild is that to be playing in a high school game and you look across and know, hey, that girl's going to be playing on Saturday soon?
You know, it's surreal to know that. Like, you don't, like, maybe not necessarily right now they realize it, but, you know, tomorrow they're going to be like, dude, we played against, like, one of the top recruits we're going to see this year.
Oh, absolutely. And like I said, this is what these Tipton ladies want, is the end goal is to be playing back at Mizzou, where they did fall short on Thursday. But we'll talk more about that in just a bit. This is the Winter Shelton Real Estate pregame show, all a part of our Martin Metal broadcast. Big thank you, by the way, to Mark Sidebottom back at the studio, engineering. He does a little bit of everything and makes life easy for us, so I appreciate him. But we're going to send it back to Mark, take a quick break, and we'll be back with more of your pregame show. You're listening to KS-95 Sports.
Martin Metal, just outside of Versailles, Missouri, is proud to announce the operation of our new laminated post-production plant. We now offer our customers high-quality glued, nailed, and planed 3-ply, 4-ply, and 5-ply columns. Yellow pine and treated 2x6 and 2x8 constructed. These posts won't split, warp, or twist and are backed by a 50-year warranty against rotten decay. Order by the job, the bundle, or the truckload, as we offer delivery in Missouri and across the heartland of America. Call Martin Metal to find out more. 573-378-4050 and move your project forward with Martin Metal.
Hi, I'm Brandon, and welcome to Gladstone Cove Boat Trailer Sales. Do you need a trailer to get your boat out of the water? Maybe just a replacement trailer. Or considering selling your boat and you know a trailer will help get it done. We carry 11 lines of high-quality boat trailers, and if we don't have what you need, we also build our very own line of custom aluminum boat trailers. Thanks to everyone that's been by or just heard of us and gave us a referral. From my family to yours, we can't thank you enough.
Sold-out crowd at Remax Arena at Lake of the Ozarks, and Winter Shelton's got 5 seconds left to win this deal. Can they pull it off? Inbound passes to Shelton at the top of the key. They try to double-team him. Shelton crosses over the competition with some razzle-dazzle. 2, 1, he shoots the game winner, and it's Winter Shelton for the win! Shelton is crushing it. When buying a home or real estate, put the ball in Winter Shelton's hands for the game winner. Winter Shelton's crushing it, yeah.
Since 1882, the Bank of Versailles has been locally owned and operated. Lending decisions are made right here in our community by people who understand real estate in the area. The Bank of Versailles is your local home and farm loan specialist, offering knowledgeable staff and competitive fixed rates that are hard to beat. The Bank of Versailles, building relationships with the people in our local community for 142 years. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
We're back with Winter Shelton Real Estate Pregame Show here on our Martin Metal broadcast. Reminder, if you're at home listening to this game, wanting to watch this game, very simple, MoSportsZone, and we'll have it streaming live for you there. About 11 minutes away from tip-off, as actually I'm getting messages asking what time this game's going to get underway, and we're getting close. Don't you give me that side-eye, girl. You won't come on the radio. I don't want to hear it. I'm mouthing a future Cardinal down there that I've been trying to get on the headset, but she seems a little skittish about it. I think we may hear from several people throughout the day. But nonetheless, these Cardinals, Britt, have had a very interesting week. No easy days, as on Tuesday, they played Class 5 Helias at Helias, had to make a comeback and wound up defeating Helias late in that game, which that alone, a Class 2 team beating a Class 5 team in their house seems pretty big.
Yeah, absolutely. Anytime you're able to face a matchup that is larger than you, you know, they've always had those odds that some people may put against you, but for them to come back and beat those odds, it's a good confidence boost and a good push for those next two games, which one of them they've already played, and then obviously this one that we're getting ready to see here.
And then you turn around on Thursday, which is a very quick turnaround, and you face off up at Mizzou Arena against the Hickman Cupies, Class 6 team featuring a 6'6" big, but something that I've never before seen, a shooting performance like the Cupies had in the first half, in which they went 11 of 14. It was 78%, I believe, from the three-point line. And we're talking contested threes. But to battle back in that one in a game in which the Cards actually took the lead late in that fourth quarter and had it for quite a while before ending up falling just short of the Cupies. I mean, I know there's not moral victories, but to beat down as much as 15, to be able to battle back against a much bigger squad, that has to build a little bit of confidence in some of the younger players on the squad.
Yeah, absolutely. They can realize that, you know, they're not always going to get just beat down and they're just going to have to sit down and take it. Like, they have the capability and the talent and the skill to come back and, you know, play those games and actually compete within them. And if you're able to do that, I think you're able to win a lot of games this season that you need to win. And, you know, possibly that state title game that's giving you good practice and a good future look at what you can do in case you face those situations again.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of things over the years, but the Tipton Cardinals just flat out getting beat down and not fighting back is not one of them. I mean, because Coach Culpepper after that game, I will say he was a little bit heated, honestly, because he watched his team battle back, prove that not only did they deserve to be there, but they were very capable of being there, just didn't execute down the stretch. So that really shows how much the standard changes. It used to be, hey, we need to be able to play with any Class 2 team. Then it was like, hey, we want to be able to play with Class 3 teams. Now it's like, I don't care what the class number says. You're going to execute. If they beat us because of, you know, if they had played that whole game and shot 80% from three contested and they won because of that, as a coach, you don't say anything.
It's not a loss in his book. That's a win just because you stayed with them.
Exactly.
You didn't just roll over and die and let them shoot in your face. Like, you were trying to, you know, keep them off the board, and whether or not they score or not score, sometimes that's just up to the basket. We've seen several times here in this gym particularly. I think back to the boys game. I think that game they played hard in that Tipton tournament game, but ultimately it was up to the basket, kind of.
And as I look across the way, what's up, Brian? As I look across the way, I can see Coach Carvajal and Coach Culpepper talking things out. And I just, like I said, I think this is going to be a great test for these squads here today because, first off, for Pine Creek, give them credit. I meant to look it up, and I will in a moment, to see exactly how far they had to travel for this game. But to make that much of a journey, and here on a Saturday afternoon, an unfamiliar state, unfamiliar town, unfamiliar gym, and you're getting suited up to play, I mean, that's no easy thing to do for anyone, let alone a high school squad. And to be specifically, they are 10 hours away from home right now. And they're out here ready to play some ball with, to them, you know, and this isn't words from their mouth. It's what you have to assume. You're a Class 6 school. You're a very talented one. You're one of the best in the state. You plan on contending for a title. It feels a little odd knowing that you're in a Class 2 gym, and you got to wonder, do they know what's on the other side?
Exactly. And I also go to wonder, like, have they ever played a school this small? Have they ever played a Class 2 team or anyone below that Class 5, Class 6 line? And do they realize, like, hey, it's not necessarily like it doesn't go by talent for class size. It goes by numbers here. So I don't know. In their heads, they might know, like, hey, Tipton's an absolute force to be reckoned with. Like, they're going to have to go out and they're going to have to play their absolute best, or Tipton will take it from them. Or I'm wondering if they're here thinking, oh, this is just another game on the schedule.
Yeah, it could be either one. And Coach Carvajal giving me a little confirmation there that they love this. He even said, he just sent me a text that says, we're on some next level stuff right now, man, because I love it. They are so excited to be a part of this. This is not some, hey, we wanted to fill a gap on a schedule and be a whipping doll or something like that. No, they said, come on, let's go. We're going to test ourselves and we're going to find out. And these girls are going to give everything they got. And at the end of the day, I'm not trying to sell them short. I'm not saying Tipton doesn't have a chance, because I'm telling you right now, I will never count Tipton out of a game as talented and well-coached as they are. But if Tipton goes in here and gets blown out by 30, but they get better because of it and it helps them win a state title, I promise you this coaching staff will not care as long as the effort is there, the energy is there, and they take something positive away from this game.
Yeah, absolutely. And, from a coaching standpoint, you want your girls to get better for the season, yes, but you have like Charlie Bailey. She's going on to play at Drury. This game's not only going to make her better for the season, it's going to make her better going on to play college ball. And, Maddie Carvajal and Ava, they could have a good look at playing college ball after their high school careers. It's going to make them better in this game and their next high school seasons, and even after that in their collegiate careers.
I've been out here watching, keeping a pretty close eye on Miss Stewart, and to be clear, she's an exceptional player. I mean, she is 6'3" and very athletically built. One of those where sometimes you see, if you saw 6'3" on a roster, you'd say that girl's a true post or whatever. She is a stretch forward and a guard. She'll step out and shoot the mid-range jumper. She's got a nice-looking mid-range watching her in warm-ups. The only thing that I want to see, though, when she handles the ball, it's a slow dribble. It's not her strength. And I got to wonder, if you're Tipton, if you can keep her off the block and make her handle the ball a little bit. We've seen the defense of Ava Schlotzauer. We've seen the defense of every Cardinal on the floor this year. You think there could be a little window there to make life difficult for her?
I definitely think so. I think that if she goes in thinking, I'm going to continue doing what I'm used to doing, kind of a slow drop back, be patient with it, this Tipton defense could ultimately take that away from her, and that could really cause her to struggle, maybe scoring the ball or getting the ball down the floor, even if we see a full man press from Tipton.
Well, I'm excited to see what the Cards choose to do here this evening. Well, they are meeting up in the center circle, getting ready, talking things over between the two teams. Coach Culpepper and Charlie Bailey up there, his captain, representing them tonight. And as Miss Stewart for the Pine Creek Lady Eagles, joined by Coach Jubick. And, I think we're in for a good one. But we'll come back with starting lineups in the opening tip. We are live at Tipton Gymnasium. It's Pine Creek Lady Eagles versus the Tipton Lady Cardinals. When we come back, you're listening to KS-95 Sports.
Hi, I'm Jason Blankenship, owner of Jason Blankenship CPA LLC. As the year quickly draws to a close, it's time to start thinking about tax planning strategies for your farm and business. We are happy to meet with you and help you see where things stand for the year. We can also give you advice on ways to spend money to help you grow your business, all while maximizing your tax savings. No matter what your tax, payroll, or accounting needs are, Jason Blankenship CPA LLC has got you covered. Celebrating 10 years of service to the Central Missouri area and looking forward to many more, give us a call at 573-557-2417 or stop by and see us at 401 East North Street in Eldon.
Oi, Captain! The seas of the Ozarks are too rough! Me and the crew can't secure the screens and railings! She'll never be installed right! She ain't sturdy, Captain! Rest assured, you'll see calmer seas this winter. And have American Sun Control secure powder-coated railings and screens for shade, too. While the lake is calm this winter, let American Sun Control install your dock and deck screens and railings. Come in, call, and look them up online and Facebook. American Sun Control.
Since 1944, Carpenter Gunther Lumber Company, Morgan County's only locally owned lumber yard, has been providing the area with quality building materials needed for its building, remodeling, and repair projects. Because customer care is Carpenter Gunther's #1 goal, your project is always their priority. They take as much pride in your project as you do. Reach them at 378-4433 Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 4:30, and 8 to noon on Saturday. Carpenter Gunther, where they put the home in hometown business.
Have you ever gone into panic mode because you reach into your wallet and your debit card is not there? Hi, this is Ryan Pryor from Citizens Bank of Eldon and Versailles. With the Umbrella app on your mobile phone, you can block your debit card with a quick tap of a button. 5 minutes later, you remember that it's in your pocket. No problem. Just go back in and unblock your card, and now it's business as usual. Ask us how you can enroll. Member FDIC.
A hometown bank, a hometown friend.
We're back in the Winter Shelton Real Estate pregame show, getting ready for the opening tip and the starting lineups. I realize we're probably going to break one more time for the national anthem, and that is A-OK. I say that we may try something different tonight. I may just go ahead and hold the mic up and see. I mean, Mark, you can chime in here. You've heard in the past, usually when the national anthem's playing, can you hear it back there? Well, then you know what? We're going to go ahead and hold it here this time through, and we're going to see if it goes over the airwaves. I've never done that before, but there's a first time for everything. It's really cool. They have a giant flag that drops down from the ceiling here in Tipton. And once again, if you're wanting to watch this game, MoSportsZone.com, the MoSportsZone app, live on the MoSportsZone YouTube. We are streaming. A good crowd here for a Saturday afternoon. And I think everybody's on a bit of pins and needles because it's been no secret. A big dog just rolled into town, ready for a battle tonight, and we're going to see if these Lady Cardinals are ready to match it. But we are going to get the lineups out here and throw the hot spot onto the floor and get to the national anthem. And after that, we will get our starting lineup. So I look up there, I see Mr. Murdoch up there. Heath and Reese both. Reese had a nice game last night, but we will break for the singing of the national anthem. National anthem has been played, and we are just about ready to get things underway here this evening. First, we'll meet the starters from Pine Creek out of Colorado. Number 2, Lakita Berkey Perryman. Number 3, Brianna Hollum. She is 5'7" and a shooting guard. Number 5, Keelan Sills, 5'6" and a shooting guard. Number 21, Brooklyn Stewart, 6'3" and a power forward. And number 23, Allie Dressett, 6'1" and a forward. So not just one, but 2 6+ footers on the floor for these Eagles out of Pine Creek. Now to meet the starters for your Lady Cardinals. Got a quote from Mr. Carvajal we'll get in just a second. First, though, meeting the starters for the Lady Cardinals. Number 1, Madison Carvajal, her first year in Tipton, but she's made an impact right away. Number 3, Anna Crane. Number 10, Charlie Bailey. Sharpshooter from downtown. If she hits one, she might give you 10. Number 24, arguably the most athletic girl you're going to see on a floor in a long, long time, Miss Clara Williams. And, of course, number 45, Ava Schlotzhauer. She's going to have her work cut out for her tonight. So I asked Mr. Carvajal if I could get a quote for the radio, and he said this is going to be a hard team to guard and rebound against. This is as good a team as you are going to see. And yet these girls look excited to play.
They do. They look ready to go. Like, this is just another day for them. Like, this is normal. Wake up and play basketball.
It is. That's what you do in Tipton. You wake up, you play basketball, you find another team to play. Okay, we're trying to have conversations with headphones on the whole 9 yards. I'm going 8 different directions. This is about to be fun. I want to know who's going to guard each of the bigs. Once again, of course, you've got the 6'3" Brooklyn Stewart, but also you've got 6'1" Allie Dressett. So the matchups are going to be fun. I got to believe that Clara Williams is going to get one of them. And in the opening tip, Tipton went ahead and sent Anna Crane out for the jump against Stewart. Anna Crane at 5'6" maybe versus 6'3" Stewart. And, well, Crane went for it.
Hey, that's the effort that counts there.
First possession of the game here in the Carpenter-Gunther Lumber Company goes to Pine Creek in the black and green. And a good job, Ava playing physical. They tried to go to Stewart down low. Ava bodied her up, ball out of bounds. to the Lady Cardinals.
You like to see it early. That's really what's going to count for this game, is starting here early.
You might be taller and faster than Ava, but you're not going to out-physical her.
Oh, not any day.
And look at this extending a 1-3-1, and the point really comes out to pressure. Tipton going to work around this zone. Williams, shot fake from the right wing, trying to make space. Tipton struggled to shoot the three early in the season compared to normal. They're going to have to work well against this zone to get some looks. Williams at the top of the key. Flips it to Ava inside. She turns dishes to the corner. Now work to Carvajal. Carvajal drives inside, knocked off ball on the floor. Carvajal grabs it. A tie-up going to be called. Jump ball. And possession arrow will favor the Lady Cards.
Good physicality already starting in this game, and I didn't expect anything less, and I'm glad the refs are kind of letting them play here.
You can tell right away Pine Creek is going to use their length and athleticism in the zone and try to tip passes and cause issues. And it's thrown deep to Carvajal, who has to fight just to get it. Loses it, but it's saved by Bailey. Back to Carvajal. She drives, picks it up, goes to Charlie. Charlie, a little space on the wing, flips it to Ava. Tipton's going straight 5 out right now. Carvajal drives, hits the crossover inside, back out to Bailey. Bailey uses the Carvajal screen, goes back to her. Shot fake, thought about driving baseline, crossover, fights inside, scoop shot high off the glass, a little too high. As Stewart was coming over to block the shot, Maddie tried to get around it. It's going to be out of bounds and back to the Eagles.
It's good effort. They're being very patient, not throwing up many shots, because obviously Coach Carvajal over there told us it's going to be hard to rebound on them, so they're limiting, I believe, their shots in this first beginning here.
They try to run the offense from the high post through Stewart. I mean, Schlotzhauer is just bodying her. Clara Williams has the matchup, though, with the 6'1 guard as well. Working around the outside. This straight man defense from Tipton. They try to go low. Williams there defensively. That's a travel. What a job, Clara Williams. Working against 6'1 Allie Dress and forces the turnover. Clara's 5'7".
And she's given her nothing but a heck of a time trying to get that in there. That's great by Clara Williams there.
When I tell you this game's good for these Cards, this is why. Yes. Bailey in the corner. The trap comes out of the zone for her, and the ball tipped out of bounds. Last touched by the Eagles. This is an active defense from Pine Creek. Still no score, by the way. Almost 2 minutes into the first quarter. Carvajal drives, body, scoop shot. She's fouled. They'll shoot. Oh, they're going to call it on the floor. You know, I like the take, though. Go right at them.
Yes. Especially if you can, they're going to call those fouls tonight, get them in foul trouble. It might be a good way for you to get some points on the board.
That foul going against Lakita Berkey-Perryman. Inbounds to Bailey on the right wing, up to Carvajal. Both teams looking for their first points of the game. Bailey, she's going to try the deep three off the iron, wouldn't go. And Schlotzhauer trying to get the board. Instead, it's picked up by Stewart. She was pestered by Williams, needs to find a guard and does so. Racing into the front court. Shifting gears, dishing out, thought about the wing three, instead tries to get inside. Now a three, top of the key. Off the back iron, front iron, dies and falls in. That's a little shooter's touch there. First points of the game go to the Eagles.
See if Tipton has an answer coming back down the court.
3-0 is the Pine Creek lead. Carvajal gets inside, loses her footing, and it's a steal. Off to the races, Pine Creek. Williams there to chase down the guard. It strips it.
What a hustle play by Clara Williams, man. She came from behind, got in front, and did not foul. That's impressive.
That play had layup written all over it for the Eagles, but instead it was broken up. However, a wing three given up won't go. Great box out and board. Schlotzhauer fighting at Stewart. Reach, play on. Schlotzhauer bring the ball up the floor. Ava inside, gives it to Anna on the wing. Skip pass to Bailey. Bailey to the corner to Carvajal. Jab step, makes some space, drives baseline, goes right at the big, and her shot is blocked.
It's going to be tough getting around her down in there.
Stewart running the floor, extra pass, weak side, laid up and in. That's just great ball movement on the fast break, and it's a 5-0 Pine Creek lead. Tipton is playing well. They just cannot find a way to score against the length of this Pine Creek defense.
You know, it could be an adjustment.
Bailey, wing three, got it!
Don't leave her open.
It all started with Williams penetrating the defense, dishing it out. Now Pine Creek tries to run. Tipton's back. Pass to the weak side, partially blocked. Rebound, controlled by Bailey. 5-3 is the early lead for Pine Creek, but Tipton with the ball. 4:40 to play in the Carpenter Gunther Lumber Company first quarter. Bailey, head and shoulder fake drives, drops it off to Crane. She'll dial up a three, banks it in!
Here they come.
Tipton leads Pine Creek 6-5 halfway through the first quarter, and the coaches are all up, preaching to the defense, saying, get back and get a stop.
You know, Colton, I'm looking down there, and they're big. She's getting a little slower coming back down the court, and she's looking tired.
She misses the shot on the block. Ava there defensively. Anna back the other way, takes the contact. These refs are letting them play, but they're letting them play both ways.
You like to see it.
6-5 once again, the Tipton lead. Strong take. Pine Creek, great defense. Carvajal, she's got the board. Maddie racing ahead, going against Stewart. That's got to be a foul. Won't be called. Schlotthauer, the offensive board. Her putback, counted in a foul. Maddie probably should have been shooting free throws, but Ava said, don't worry, I got you.
They took that, that's great heads-up play there by Ava, noticing kind of take that hesitation step back and just going for it.
8-5, Tipton is leading. Number 4, Class 6 from the state of Colorado, Pine Creek. Schlotthauer's free throw is money. Ava is playing lights out right now, defensively and offensively. 3:50 to play in the Carpenter Gunther Lumber Company first quarter of action. Drive, Stewart, she's going to try a deep three, and oh my. She buries it. That's what an Oklahoma commit looks like. Back the other way, Petrie, who's checked in, gives it to Bailey. Bailey thought about the wing three, hesitates, goes to Carvajal at the top of the key. Carvajal drives, dishes out to Bailey. The pass is tipped. Bailey recovers it, though. Now goes to Petrie, gets the defense to jump. Pass fakes are moving this defense a little bit. Little hot potato ball. Petrie in the corner, head and shoulder fake, but she stepped a little early and the travel is forced. So, I mean, these girls from Pine Creek are just flying around defensively.
They are. They're making Tipton move that ball, and they're doing a great job of hanging in there with them right now.
It's again 9-8, the Tipton lead, 3:13 to play in the Carpenter Gunther Lumber Company first quarter of action. Straight man defense here from the Lady Cards. Working the ball around the outside is Pine Creek. They're trying to post Stewart low of the back post. A three is launched, won't go. That's over the back. Schlotthauer had a great box out, but Stewart gets it. Now she attacks, dishes to the corner. And that one is called. I mean, once again, I know that the board was given up, but Ava is absolutely battling down there.
She's making up for it. You know, if you mess up one thing, obviously you want your girls coming back down the court to get another thing, and she's doing that right now.
Clara races forward, sees the double team, dribbles out of it. Now Maddie drives, gives it to Clara. Extra pass. Oh, she was looking for Bailey in the corner, but a heads-up play. I'm really impressed with Lakita Berkey-Perryman. She is so quick at the top of this zone.
She is. She's fast, and she's always got her head up on that swivel that you like to see. She's a very high IQ basketball player, I would say.
2:40 to play in this first quarter of action. Williams sets a screen for Carvajal. Goes to Bailey on the wing. Shot fake, steps into a little runner-up and good. 11-8, Tipton leads, and they want the timeout. 2:30 to play in the Carpenter Gunther Lumber Company first quarter. These Tipton ladies are leading Pine Creek 11-8. You're listening to KS-95 Sports.
The Morgan County Health Center in Versailles reminds you can help your child have a healthy future. Encourage them to get 1 hour or more of physical activity every day and limit screen time to 2 hours at most. Time spent in front of a screen watching TV or playing video games means less time being active. Make sure they get 3 servings of low or no-fat milk or yogurt every day, 4 servings of water, not sugary drinks, and 5 servings or more of fruit and vegetables. Healthy habits lead to a healthy future. A message from the Morgan County Health Center in Versailles.
Britt, no matter how this game ends, one thing is for certain. If I'm one of these coaches, I'm looking at Ava Schlotthauer after this game saying, you just took on a girl that's going to be playing for Oklahoma next year, and you held your own every step of the way and got the better of her quite a bit. I mean, the confidence that's going to have to build is huge.
Absolutely, and not even the confidence, the skill. She's going to come in knowing that she can and will be able to hang in there with these bigs.
Little pick and roll action. 3 pulled off the screen. That's tough, and that's in as that was knocked down by Berkey-Perryman. That's the problem is when you use Stewart in that screen game, you really got to play off because of her. But if Perryman can shoot that, I mean, that's going to be a problem. And a drive by Carmel looked like she was knocked off ball. But once again, the officials say play on. Turnover back to Pine Creek. Any field goal would take the lead for them. A bank shot won't go. It's tipped out. Hauled in by Stewart at the high post. Skips it to the left corner. Corner 3 from Perryman off the iron won't go. Long board. Pulled in by Petrie. Tied at 11 apiece, under 2 minutes to play. Bailey fires ahead to Williams in the corner. Back to Bailey on the left wing. Shot fake goes to Petrie. Carvajal, she'll try a right wing 3. Went to bank it, wouldn't go. Petrie there for the offensive board. Like I said, this is not hating on the officials. I'm telling you flat out, they are letting them play. It's body check fouls, hip checks. We're not calling that today. We're saying play on.
Creates for a great basketball game.
Oh, yeah. If you know you're not going to get little touch fouls, you have to focus on your game and how you're going to score. And, I mean, this is going to be great for both of these teams.
Yes.
Boy, they are really trying to post up low. Allie Dressen at 6'1" against Clara Williams. Instead, it's a step back 1-footer from Stewart. Long board chased down by Bailey. Still tied at 11 with 1:15 to play. Williams drives in, gives it to Carvajal. She goes baseline, looking for the skip pass to Schlotzhauer. Tipped out of bounds, last touched by the Eagles.
Kind of wondering here, Maddie Carvajal going to go to the bench. She's holding that ankle after that down there at the baseline.
Let me get that up in front of your mouth just a little bit.
Okay.
Inbounds, Crane goes to Bailey. Over to Schlotzhauer. They leave her open at 3. Off the front iron, just wouldn't go. Good look, and Ava can hit those. Near steal on the inbounds, but Berkey Perryman has it, and she wants to run. She is quick. Crane working against her. Perryman goes baseline, fires a rocket to the weak side corner. They try to flip it low, and Clara Williams, alley dress, and once again 6'1", bona fide 6'1" on the weak side, and Clara just jumped the passing lane and said no.
She's not having anything today. Not on her watch.
Dr. Rob gives out nicknames to everybody on their Twitter, and I forget what they call Clara, like the hustle thief or something like that. Oh, what a spin move on the block, though. Stewart off the inbounds. Fake one way, spun the other, finishes off the glass. That's just a tough move and score. And the lead for the Eagles is restored now 13-11.
She's got such long legs. She just wraps right around them.
And touch. I mean, that was just a great move. Once again, extending this 1-3-1. Out to the volleyball line. Under 30 seconds to play. Tipton with the ball down by 2. Crane to Bailey. Dishes out to Williams. Back to Bailey. She's got space. Lets the 3 go and gets it. Charlie Bailey has come out hot-handed in this game, and Tipton restores their lead 14-13.
She's already got 8 this first quarter.
Going low. They were trying to take advantage once again of Dressen, but a double team comes, has to dish it out. 9 seconds left in this quarter. Tipton by 1. Eagles near carry. Berkey goes to the rim, flips it up, shot won't go. Schlotzhauer there for the board. It's just taken away, put up and in just before the buzzer. So like I said, it's the play-on style here. I'm not hating on the officials. In a lot of games, that's a foul, but not tonight. We're playing physical ball. We played one, and number 4 team in all of Colorado in Class 6 basketball leads Tipton 15-14. You're listening to KS-95 Sports.
A full-service graphics company, Wright Printing and Promotional Advertising does it all, from screen printing, offset printing, and promotional advertising to custom-built trophies and awards. It's where they do it the right way. Check out their Facebook page for their monthly special, and don't forget they offer online stores for all your group and activities needs. Wright Printing and Promotional Advertising, across from the Family Center on Highway 52 East in Versailles. Call 573-378-5775.
The students of Morgan County R2 have done a lot to make their hometown proud, and many have stayed in the community to help Versailles prosper and grow. Whether they excel through sports or through academics, our students need our support. As a parent, be part of your child's education. As a community, be part of their activities by attending sporting events, concerts, and other extracurricular activities. Our support today means better leaders for tomorrow. From Kidwell Garber Funeral Homes of Versailles and Laurie.
As we jump into the H&R block of Versailles second quarter of action, I mean, Britt, we were talking in between quarters. The defense of Clara Williams has been amazing.
Oh, definitely. Nothing short of impeccable, if you ask me. It is hard-nosed, and it's flawless.
That girl is athleticism personified, but also, I mean, once again, Lakita Berkey Perryman, the 5'5" point guard, wears number 2 for the Eagles, has been fantastic as well. Stewart got a little space, deep 3. She buries another. I mean, give this girl her props. The Oklahoma commit can shoot it from downtown. The lead at 4, the biggest of the game thus far for the Eagles. Bailey on the wing, had a shot, didn't want it. Goes to Crane in the corner, back to Bailey. Drives, dishes it. Carvajal gets to the free throw line, back to Bailey in the corner, head and shoulder fake, drives a little floater up, won't go. Schlotzhauer keeps it alive, makes some space, working against Stewart. Reverse layup won't fall. Stewart the board.
I like that look, and that's a good shot to have by Ava.
It's one of those situations, and I don't like that. It's one of those situations where you're not going to get the foul call because it's a physical game they're allowing to play right now. And so you can't expect the contact whistle or anything. So Ava tried to make some space, just wouldn't fall. However, on the other end, quickly down the court was Pine Creek. A foul goes against Bailey. 2 free throws is the first one. It's no good. I can't tell who that is shooting, though. It might be Keelan Seals. Second free throw up and good.
She got very long hair. Number 3.
Oh, excuse me. That was Brianna Holland. So 19-14. It's a 5-point lead Closing in on a minute into the H&R Block of Versailles second quarter. Where's the offense come from for Tipton? They figured it out about halfway through the second quarter. Carvajal, she drives inside, dishes it out. Good look. Corner three off the front iron. Just wouldn't go. Stewart, the board, wants to run. Stewart puts that hand up middle of the floor, but the pass thrown out of bounds. A good job getting back by the Tipton Lady Cards. Tipton's got a couple threes that just wouldn't fall. If you keep getting those looks, you know they're going to go in eventually.
Oh, absolutely. We've already seen Charlie hit 2 early in the first, and that's really good for her coming out, especially these last couple of games. She's kind of struggled there in the first half with her scoring, I would say. Coming out early, that's going to be really helpful for these Cards.
Carvajal gets some space, drives to the basket, scoop shot up and in. She came up, got it at the high post. They ran the offense through her, but back the other way quickly is Pine Creek. Shot won't go. Williams there for the board. She needs help, but she's able to dribble out of the pressure. Clara gets the head up, races up the floor. They're bodying her the whole way. She just goes to the rack and scores.
At a kid.
Clara got that look like you don't want to call a reach. I'll just take her to the hole bin.
She definitely took that into her own hands and said, I want to do this myself.
This is like, you see the growth of a player happening in front of you. That play right there was a big one where it's like, man, Clara did not care that you were all over her. As the free throw won't go. Ava fighting with Stewart, nearly out of bounds. Lead stays at 1, 19-18, 6:20 to play. Mid-range jumper, short. Bailey the board. Any field goal here would put Tipton back out front. Bailey fires to Crane on the right side. Anna Crane, another one that has made leaps and bounds this year.
Absolutely.
Crane to Bailey. Bailey watching that hand. If that hand goes down defensively, she will let it fly. Williams drives baseline, collapses the defense, gives it to Crane. Her shot blocked. Her little fadeaway won't go. Williams soars for the offensive board out of bounds. Last touch by Stewart. So I think that's 1-0 against Anna, but she doesn't really get to the rim a lot. So to put her down there and have a 6'3" D1 guard staring back at her, that's asking a lot.
It's intimidating for sure, but then again, we think back to this school's bigger. It's going to make her bigger for down the road.
Like I said, Anna has progressed massively in the inbounds. Just some confusion, as I think they thought that Schlotzhauer was going one way and she went another, and ball thrown out of bounds, so it'll be a turnover back to Pine Creek. 19-18. Pine Creek leads Tipton with 6 minutes to play in the H&R Block of Versailles second quarter. Lakita Berkey-Perryman up the floor. They set a double screen to free up a guard from a three. Top of the key, won't go. Long board to Bailey. Thrown ahead to Crane on the run out. Berkey-Perryman gets back. Extra pass to Carvajal. Lays it in for the lead.
That's a great heads-up play.
2019, Tipton regains the lead. Berkey-Perryman, once again, outstanding point guard. They go high post to Stewart. The double team comes. Good help by Crane on the drive. Shot won't go. Crane there defensively. Schlotzhauer, the board, needs to find a guard and does. Tipton is giving Pine Creek fits defensively. Little weave, Carvajal. Back to Bailey out on the logo. They're going to set the offense up here. Goes the left side to Williams. Williams gives it to Carvajal. Carvajal, crossover, inside lane to the basket, and she's fouled on the shot. They're going to call it on the floor again.
Yeah.
That's the only thing with Maddie's scoop shot. She shoots it from so low that I honestly think a lot of times for officials, they're saying, hey, you didn't have the ball in a shooting position. Well, Bailey lofts it into Schlotzhauer. Free throw line jumper off the back iron. She gets her own miss, though. Driving to the left side, spin move inside. Nothing there. She gives it to Clara. Dishes it out to Crane. Thought about the three. Skip past Bailey right wing. She goes baseline. Good defense being played, though, by Pine Creek. Williams finds her way inside. Floater off the glass and in.
Clara is making her own space and taking it all the way.
And number 4, Class 6. Pine Creek wants the timeout because Tipton's regained a 3-point lead. You're listening to KS-95 Sports.
Veracruz Mexican Restaurant invites you to join them for a casual lunch or a nice family dinner out with delicious, authentic Mexican cuisine. Veracruz has a great selection of burritos, tacos, seafood, enchiladas, salads, and more, all prepared with the finest and freshest ingredients. Grab dinner tonight from one of their 3 locations: Veracruz on South Highway 5 in Versailles, Veracruz Jr. on Highway 52 in Stover, or on Highway 65 in Lincoln. Veracruz Mexican Restaurant, a proud sponsor of local athletes.
I mean, Britt, I'm not shocked because we know Tipton can do this with anyone. But once again, the Clara Williams show going on right now is something to see.
It is nothing but her ball game right now. That is for sure.
I think part of it is she doesn't get worried about superior athletes because she's so athletic. I don't know that she believes there's a superior athlete. Stewart being guarded by Schlotzhauer. Oh, they get it inside to Berkey-Perryman. She forces the shot up, and Yeah, foul going to be called. She'll be shooting 2. As much as we talked about Brooklyn Stewart going into this game, honestly, the big difference maker, I feel like, has been Lakita Berkey-Perryman.
Absolutely. You know, she's so quick getting up and down the court. I have to wonder if she plays track and field, and I just want to see what her events are, because she could definitely be a top sprinter, I'm guessing, or...
Well, and it's a lot of fun because you have her and Clara Williams on the floor at the same time, and it's like, all right, these are some impressive athletes.
Absolutely. It's kind of who gets the first step first.
And the first free throw, good. Second one hits the front iron, but climbs in. So the lead cut down to 1, 22-21. Tipton leads with 4:37 to play in the H&R Block of Versailles second quarter. Reminder, this game streaming at MoSportsZone.com if you'd like to watch. Williams, a crossover, goes to Carvajal on the left wing. Screen by Clara. Carvajal lane to the basket. And, yeah, that's the thing. 6'3" waiting in there. That scoop shot went up, and Stewart sent it into the mats.
Yeah, maybe not the bestest of plays to do with that big down there.
Tipton to inbound under their own basket, moving and weaving. They get it to Carvajal on the right wing. Gives it to Williams. She'll try a 3. Why not? Clara's done it all.
She got 7 points just this quarter.
25-21. Tipton leads by 4. With a little over 4 minutes to go. Stewart, she'll step back, tries another 3. This one off the front iron won't go. Tipton boxed out so well. The ball hit the floor before Williams picked it up.
Great box out.
Ahead to Schlotzhauer. She used her dribble, needs a guard. It is Bailey. Back to Ava in the corner. If Ava wants that 3, it's going to be there. She attacks Stewart. Spin move around her. Off the glass. Shot nearly fell. Ava keeps it alive. And the rebound finally pulled in by Pine Creek. And just in the skirmish, a reach-in foul going to be called. Ava beat her with that move. Just didn't finish.
She absolutely did. And then she had her board. It just kind of she couldn't secure it fully. And that's great for Ava. And that's great looking down. Really see her potential coming down through here.
25-21, Tipton leads Pine Creek with 3:45 to play. I mean, this Pine Creek team is exceptional, by the way. I mean, just full of athletes. They go to block to Stewart, little one-leg turnaround jumper up and in. There's not much you can do with that.
Just answer back.
Carvajal races down the floor, makes space inside, and a charge going to be called. So a turnover back to Pine Creek. And after the foul, I think Maddie's going to get a breather as Lara Petrie comes back into the game. Lara's played very well, too.
She has. She's been great down on there and just being active.
So once again, Pine Creek with the ball down to 25-23 with 3:20 to play. Top of the key, a deep 3 again, up and in. These Pine Creek girls aren't shooting from the three-point line. They're shooting from 2 steps behind it.
Impressive. That's what I got to say is impressive.
Williams, speaking of impressive, crossover, shifts gears, gets inside, loses it, dishes it out to Bailey. Head and shoulder fake, drives, dishes it back to Clara. One more to Anna. She'll try a 3 off the front iron, won't go. Stewart, another board. So Pine Creek with the ball in a 1-point lead as we go under 3 minutes to play in the H&R Block of Versailles second quarter. Straight man defense from the Lady Cards. The 3-point ball has been impressive from Pine Creek. They go inside to Stewart. Long strides, just heaves it up.
Great defense by Ava.
Ava did not give up an inch down there. And shot won't go. Williams brings it up. Bailey thought about the 3. Instead goes to Lara in the corner. She drives back to Bailey. Over to Williams. Jab step, spin move from the free throw line. Stewart comes to double. Williams needs help, splits it out to Petrie. They're overplaying and foul her. If you watch, when Williams gets inside, they're worried about her now. So much so that Stewart's coming up. If that back cut can appear there, they're going to get Stewart out of place and be able to get to the rim.
Hopefully they see that early and are able to execute that.
2:20 to go. Tipton with the basketball. Bailey going to set it up on the logo. Schlotzhauer going to come and set a screen to her. Bailey uses it. Fires to Petrie at the top of the key. She drives, dishes it off to Crane. Crane inside, skips it to Schlotzhauer. Ava goes baseline. And a blocking foul going to be called on Stewart. I'm telling you, that's where they can go. The Lady Cards will go 5 out because Ava Schlotzhauer can do that as a post. That's the 4th team foul, by the way, on Pine Creek. Only the 1st, though, on Stewart.
Ava, I believe, is faster than
Stewart?
Yes.
I think you might be right.
I think
Ava will try the wing 3 off the iron, won't go. Foot race for it, and because Ava stayed after it, Stewart tips it out of bounds.
Ava was going to beat her to that ball.
She was. Ava is deceptively quick.
She could beat her down to the basket if she gets a fast break any day.
Ava, I mean, is making Stewart work for everything right now. Inbounds this to Bailey. Under 2 minutes to play. Attacks, gives it to Clara. She drives baseline. The defense collapses. She puts the shot up, hits the dirt. No call.
Look who came out with the ball.
Schlotzer tries to force the shot up. It's blocked. She gets it back, steps through the lane, and a travel going to be called.
She is working hard down there.
I mean, let's just call it what it is. Stewart is the eraser right now. And when Tipton, they're getting the ball inside. They're getting good looks. It's just athletic 6'3" with a high IQ is hard to beat in the paint.
Absolutely.
Stewart flashes high post. They get her the ball. Run 2 guards off her. She turns, looks to attack. And who else but Ava Schlotzer with the defense forces the travel.
No, they called it a charge on her.
Oh, they called a charge.
That'll be her second foul.
So pushed off. Well, then Ava draws the charge, yes. And that will be team foul 5 on Pine Creek as Carvajal's going to come back into the game for Crane.
Either way, great defense and great overall by Ava.
This is the best I've seen Tipton play this season. And not that I think it's a fluke. I think this is how Tipton can play this season. They just needed to shift gears, and they seem to have today. Bailey on the wing to the corner to Petrie. Drives, gives it back to Bailey. Thought about the 3, instead skips it to Carvajal. To Petrie. She'll drive baseline a lane. Inside the spots. The defense. She is fouled, and she's going to shoot 2. That's 3 on Stewart.
Great look. And, we're still in the first half. She's in foul trouble, and you think we might see her go to the bench.
I would be shocked if she doesn't, and it looks like Lakita Berkey Perryman's going to check in, and I gotta wonder if that is for Stewart.
That is huge for Tipton right now.
Ava Schlotzer working hard down there, unfazed by the size of Stewart, and her first free throw is up and good, and we're knotted back up at 26 apiece. And yes, Stewart will go to the bench. So this is still a big Pine Creek team. Don't get me wrong, as they still have on the floor. Is Allie Dressen out there? Yes, Allie Dressen is 6'1", is out there, but Clara Williams has handled Dressen very, very well. Second free throw from Schlotzer is good. Tipton regains their lead, 27-26, and in typical Tipton fashion, Coach Culpepper wants the timeout. Cardinals lead by 1 with 1:14 remaining in the half. You're listening to KS-95 Sports.
Take your softball and baseball skills to the next level. The Shed is Eldon's own indoor hitting facility that features 2 full cages with screens, tees, and pitching lanes. You'll love their top-of-the-line pitching machine that throws a variety of speeds with precise locations to perfect your swing. The Shed also has a workout facility. You can add it to your cage rental or just purchase as a regular membership. Open Monday through Friday, 3:30 to 8, and Saturday and Sunday from noon to 8. Look for the big white building across from Gerb's in Eldon. Book times now on Facebook at The Shed LLC. See you at The Shed.
I'm going to be honest, I had to get a big old swig of caffeine there in the break because this game is, trying to think of the best way to put this. I don't underestimate these Lady Cards. I truly believe they okay, I think we're back. This there briefly, and I apologize as to, I don't know what all just went off, but
Everything.
Yeah, it appears that way. Is the camera?
Yeah, off.
Okay, if you can get that back on. I think our stream should have stayed up, maybe. Let me see. Yeah, it looks like it's up and streaming. All right. Once we get the camera back on. Hey, shut the... Oh, okay.
It's coming back on.
All right. Pine Creek, mid-range jumper. That's a tough shot and a tough make. Who else? But Lakita Berkey Perryman, 28-27, they regain the lead as we go under a minute to play. Petrie gives it up. Oh, it's just a low pass. It was tipped. Berkey Perryman has the steal. She's off to the races. Middle of the floor spin move. Great defense. Williams' shot won't go. The size coming into play, though, as I believe that was Allie Dressen crashed the boards and put it back up. Lead at 3, 30-27. Late push here from the Eagles. Schlotzer crossover. She's working against the big. Dishes now to Bailey. 30 seconds to go. Williams to a deep three. Bailey at the logo off the iron wouldn't go. Board pulled in by Dressen. 20 seconds to play in a 3-point lead here in the first half for the Lady Eagles. See if they settle for the last shot or if they just want whatever look they can get. Top of the key is Dressen. Skips to the left corner. Wow, tough three. Tough make.
That was contested and everything, and didn't even hit the rim.
6-point game. Lady Cards need to get a look here before the half closes. Schlotzer deep three, banks it in!
What a shot by Ava.
What else do you expect? As the first half closes, the Tipton ladies have pulled back within 3 of number 4 in Class 6 basketball in all of Colorado, the Pine Creek Lady Eagles. Your Hy-Vee halftime show is coming up. You're listening to KS-95 Sports.
Every day, your Jefferson City and Osage Beach Hy-Vee pharmacies are committed to your health and wellness. If you're enrolled in Medicare Part B, Medicare Advantage plans, and most commercial plans, they'll cover up to 8 over-the-counter COVID-19 tests per month at no cost through Hy-Vee. Most plans cover these costs and no prescription is required. Stop in at your Osage Beach or Jefferson City Hy-Vee pharmacy and see the helpful pharmacy staff today.
H&R Block of Versailles is a family-owned and operated Block Advisors office celebrating 10 years of business serving Versailles and the surrounding areas. Pamela Johnson, an enrolled agent, and her certified team are here to prepare your taxes, handle your bookkeeping and payroll, plus audits, tax notices with the IRS and the state, and problem solving and issue resolution. For more information, call the H&R Block office on Monroe Street in Versailles at 573-378-5843. 573-378-5843.
When you're looking for a new furnace or air conditioner, price is important, but warranty, reliability, and efficiency are big factors too. At DeGraff & Reed Heating and Cooling, you'll receive very competitive pricing on the industry-leading AirEase products. Every AirEase product is built on 80 years of experience, testing, and research. Servicing the Lake and Jefferson City areas for nearly 15 years, DeGraff & Reed Heating and Cooling. For reliable products offered by reliable people, call DeGraff & Reed Heating and Cooling.
Hi, I'm Colton Taylor, and I use Versailles Total Fitness. Their 24-hour access makes it easy for me to fit gym time into my busy schedule. I love how spacious and versatile their gym is. With a wide selection of free weights, cable machines, and all the cardio equipment you could need, I have plenty of options to help me stay in shape to cover our local sports teams. They work hard to provide a clean, safe, and comfortable environment. Join me and everyone else at Versailles Total Fitness in becoming a healthier you. Versailles Total Fitness at 31 North Monroe, or give them a call at 573-789-6800.
Good job. And we're back with the Hy-Vee halftime show. As I don't want to say that I'm surprised, because at this point, nothing the Tipton ladies do surprises me, but this is kind of a big deal. They're playing out of Colorado, Class 6, the number 4 team in the whole state, one of the best teams you will ever see in person, the Pine Creek Lady Eagles, and they're down 3. They led for a lot of that second quarter. I'm joined now by the Badger, Courtney Edwards. Courtney, you're going to have that nickname forever. I know. Courtney, what on earth are these girls doing that has got them in this ballgame?
I think they're finally getting a little feist in them and a little kick in their skin, and I think that's going to help. And I think having that 21 big girl, I think at the beginning they were a little nervous, and then I think once they knew, hey, this is our gym, this is a great team, they're from Colorado, let's make it a good game.
Now, I may just be throwing this out in the dark here, but it seems to me through the first handful of games we've seen, Tipton was, I don't want to say going through the motions, but you didn't feel like they were clicking on all cylinders. And I know Coach Culpepper had really had issues with the defense, giving up at times, giving up more baskets than they should, so forth. This Tipton team we're seeing tonight kind of shows you, I feel like, a little bit more of what they can be.
I agree, and I hope that this continues throughout the season, because this is what I like to watch, and I think they're all coming together as a team, and they're starting to get a fire under them.
Now, you played against a lot of great teams in your era as well, but it's safe to say, I mean, this Pine Creek team is probably one of the better teams that anybody here has seen in the last 5 to 10 years.
I agree, and I really wish we would have played them 2 years ago.
Courtney, with all fairness, there's a chance you would have fouled out of this game already.
Oh, definitely. I probably would have been on the bench.
I love watching this, though, because when we talk Courtney, we got to talk defense here. And the one thing that I still can't wrap my head around, Clara Williams, who is maybe 5'7", is out here guarding 6'1" Allie Dressen. And it's not that she's guarding her, it's that she's got clamps on her right now.
Yeah.
How does Clara guard so much bigger than her and do it so well?
I think Clara's not scared. So, like, every time she gets a bigger opponent, because we do put her on the bigger opponent, she's just so quick. And she has the ability to do things that most girls can't do. Like, she can jump. Clara can jump. I think once she's locked in on one partner, she's going to let that partner have it, and she's going to guard like she should guard.
Well, and in the same breath, we're talking about defense. I mean, all focus was on Brooklyn Stewart when we walked into this gym. 6'3", commit to go play for Oklahoma, a ranked women's team. I mean, this girl, I think she's the number 2 or number 4 player in all of Colorado, top 40 in the nation. And Ava Schlotzhauer got told, hey, you guys Stewart, Ava, once again, 5'10" and a center in name only. And Ava has handled Stewart very well.
I think she's doing a great job, and I think if she keeps going after her, she's already got 3 fouls. I think their main goal should be get her out third quarter. That's a whole new ball game.
So you've been in that locker room many, many times. Right now, what do you think Coach Culpepper is saying? Is that part of the message? Go at Stewart?
Yes, definitely, because when we know one of our best players that we're going against has that many fouls in the first half, he definitely says, take it, take it, take it. Because usually it'll be a frustration foul. That's your next foul. She's frustrated. She's got 3 fouls now. But, we don't know how they are either. So she could come out locked in and really lock up on defense, too. I just think we got to be ready for either way.
One big thing for those Tipton ladies also was the fact that Charlie Bailey got going early. And I'm not hating on Charlie. I love watching Charlie play. I think she is the best on-ball defender I've ever seen. But offensively, Charlie struggled a little bit in the first half this season. She got a couple to go. How big could it be for that team to get Charlie maybe to get shooting the rock again in the second half?
I think it's going to be big. She did come out hotter than she has all season the first half, and I'm really proud of her. I just think she needs that confidence. Charlie can shoot. She's always been able to shoot. And I know that this second half, Culpepper's definitely telling her, hey, you got to shoot every time you're open. We'll rebound if we need to.
There's a thing we've noticed that the first 2 minutes of the second half can often be the most crucial time of the game because both teams are going to come out guns blazing and you're going to get their best. So if you're Tipton, what is the goal the first 2 minutes of this third quarter?
The goal is to lock in on defense. You've got to lock in on defense. Defense, like I always said, leads to offense. And second half, the first 2 minutes, that's how it determines your whole quarter.
I think that very well may be the case, and it's two different mindsets coming out here. As you can see, Pine Creek's kind of laughing, having a good time. I look at that Tipton squad, and it's not that they're mad, but it's I just call it business right now.
Yeah.
They all look like they're out here, and there is a little something to prove. Now, I take that back. Ava looks a little angry. But
I think she was getting a little angry down there.
Well, angry Ava might be the best thing for this Cardinal squad.
I like when Ava gets mad.
I've heard stories, by the way, and you might be able to contend to this. In practice, I've heard that sometimes Ava and JD get to mix it up, and it gets way more physical than any game ever would.
They'll definitely be on the ground, both of them. That's happened multiple times. They're wrestling around on the ground, or they're fighting each other.
Somebody said early in this season, I think Ava accidentally bloodied JD's nose on a post move.
Oh, gosh. She did that last year, too. She actually rolled his ankle a few times, too, and I think JD's going to have to be able to – he needs to get in the gym so he can put up with Ava.
If you don't know, if you're listening at home, assistant coach J.D. Schlotzhauer, Rico, whatever you call him, is Ava's dad, Ava and Dane's dad for that matter. And I remember when Ava was a freshman, he can handle her down there. And now it's I don't think J.D. can handle Ava on the block anymore.
No, I just think Ava's people underlook Ava. She's a super strong girl, and she really gets after it. Especially, I like when Ava gets mad, because then she really locks in. She's really okay, I just got to go now.
Well, it showed because, like I said, and this isn't me hating on the officials again. I'm just calling what I see. They are letting this be a physical game,
I agree.
Is fantastic. That's what you want. You don't want a team like this to come in and every touch foul to be called. But because of that, Ava's taken a lot of shots down low and had to get her shot blocked a couple times. And I just wonder if maybe that's going to trigger a different side to Ava here in the second half that says, all right, you want to play that way, we'll play that way.
Yep, I think so. And I think also the thing about Ava, I think she knows she can shoot threes too. I think she should try that. I mean, the girl she's guarding, the number was 21.
Yeah.
She's shooting them threes too. I'm big girls can still shoot threes. I just think I think she's going to really lock in. I feel like the whole team's going to lock in this half, and I don't know.
It's going to be an exciting second half for sure. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll come back with third quarter action. It's your Hy-Vee halftime show on KS-95 Sports.
When a post frame building is in your future, build straighter, stronger, and satisfied with help from Martin Metal, northeast of Versailles, offering a full-service lumberyard, on-site truss plant, a full production plant with numerous rolled form metals, trims, and accessories. And now, a new laminated post plant producing 3-ply, 4-ply, and 5-ply, 2x6, and 2x8 posts up to 40 feet in length. Call one of our trained professionals, 573-378-4050. We also offer delivery anywhere in Missouri and across the heartland of America. To see more, visit martinmetal.com.
And we're back as we move into the third quarter of action, American Sun Control third quarter. And, I mean, these first 2 minutes are going to be massive. just to be clear, this isn't like, oh, Tipton got hot and that's why they're in this game. I would argue the shooting of Pine Creek from downtown has been better than the shooting downtown from Tipton. You can almost say that Tipton has been the more skilled team. Pine Creek's just huge. And is Stewart not starting the second half? No. She is not.
She's hyped up, though.
I mean, yeah, that's so Stewart with 3 fouls will stay on the bench to start this. We'll see what that means for this Pine Creek offense. That's going to have to go through Lakita Berkey-Perryman. But Tipton with the first look goes low to Schlotzhauer. She dishes it out to Claire on the wing. Gives it back to Carvajal, top of the key. Drives, gives it back to Williams. Jab step. Crane. Out to Bailey. Deep three for Charlie. Off the front iron, won't go. Maybe just a step closer next time for Chuck, but a good look. As trying to run the fast break. Mid-range jumper pulled up off the iron rattles. That's just touch.
Oh.
A little bobble from the Lady Cards. Britt, you're welcome to join us still.
I didn't even know if my mic was on, if I'm being honest. Sometimes you shut me off.
Ava at the high post goes out to the wing to Carvajal, gets inside, drops it off to Clara. Clara's corner three, high archer. It fell, but it touched that pesky shot clock up there.
It's happened a couple times this game.
Did you ever get to play a game with a shot clock?
No.
I mean, I don't think it would have mattered to your guys' squads. It's not like you took more than 15 seconds on offense, but still.
I don't think I've ever actually played with a shot clock.
Well, we're going to see him in action as a two-day tournament going to be held here at the Tipton Latham Bank tournament. And strong take to the basket, Lakita Berkey-Perryman. This is that 2-minute window we talked about. It's a 7-point lead, biggest of the game for the Eagles. Lady Cards have got to find some offense. Williams uses the Schlotzhauer screen. Flips it back out.
Ava's working in there.
Ava's been working all game. Bailey used the Carvajal screen, goes back to Maddie. Shot fake, drive. She's got the size advantage. Tough shot off the glass, wouldn't go. Couple good looks for the Cards, just won't go. Going low to the block, Ava there defensively. Maybe a travel shot, partially blocked. Rebound fought for, now on the floor. Charlie dives on it, gets put in an arm bar. And a jump ball going to be called. As soon as Allie Dressen caught that ball, 2 other Cards doubled down and trapped her immediately.
They have been doubling the big girls the whole game. I have seen that.
And it's actually Schlotzhauer guarding Dressen now after Clara took her the majority of the first half. Possession arrow, though, does favor Pine Creek. 6:15 to play in this third quarter of action. And this guard for Pine Creek, Lakita Berkey-Perryman, has been outstanding. And a dish off to the low block won't go. Offensive board kept alive. Ava just takes it away. And, wow.
Okay.
I'm going to be honest. Ava just got away with one as Ava dove for the ball. And the big from Pine Creek tripped over you. That probably should have been a foul.
She
not
knows
having it. They are not.
Ava definitely knew.
Carvajal on the attack. Takes the body contact. It won't go. Ball tipped out. Williams the board. She has it stripped, though. Picked up by Pine Creek. They want to run. Crane back defensively. Ball lost.
Great defense.
And Charlie Bailey with the active hands.
Charlie was ready, yep.
Crane to the corner to Carvajal. Fired back up to Schlotzhauer on the wing. Ava hits the crossover. Inside out to Bailey. Crane. It's an Anna, much better player this year. Carvajal long strides off the glass. Again, won't go. Man, it's a couple layups now. Just haven't fallen for the Lady Cards. Mid-range jumper, too strong for Pine Creek. So despite the lack of offense, Tipton's still hanging around. Clara shifting gears all the way down the floor. Left hand up and in. She's fast.
She is fast. Her number 2 should have a little race out here.
That would have been great at halftime. Why did we not stage that?
I don't know.
You would know. Clara's got to be some sort of track and field savant, right?
She is.
Travel, no call, wing 3, halfway down. Speaking of Clara, soaring for the board. I don't know what's going on as the player on the ground nearly got up, and instead of a travel, a timeout goes to Pine Creek.
Everybody's on the floor, and I usually just see Ava on the floor, but all of us little Tipton girls are on the floor a little bit there.
How does Ava always wind up on the floor?
She falls over the lines.
Oh, those will get you every time.
They get her every time.
Oh, man. So 4:57 to play, and even though it was a quick barrage from Pine Creek, Tipton has kept it a 5-point game. I got to believe, and I'm not trying to disrespect anybody in Class 2 ball, the odds of Tipton seeing anybody this caliber in Class 2 is slim to none, right?
Yes. I was so shocked when they said we were playing a Colorado team.
one, I'd like to tell you it stops here, but later on in the year at the Sophie Cunningham Classic, Tipton is going to square off with Rockbridge, who I've been told is one of the top 3 teams in the state of Missouri, barring any class. And
that'll be a good game.
Coach Culpepper's been lobbying for that game for 5 years, so I'm pretty certain that if the Phoenix Mercury called, he'd be like, sure, what time you want to go?
Literally, he would.
By the way, Stewart back into the game. Ava going to pick her up.
She seemed real confident.
I like the switch here. So now Charlie is going to be guarding 6'1" Allie Dressen, and we're going to get to see Clara and Lakita Berkey-Perryman go at it. They get it into Stewart. She drives. It's taken away by Schlotzauer. Has to give it up. So once again, Ava's played great defense on Stewart tonight. Berkey-Perryman trying to turn the corner. Blows a tire. And
wow, dang.
They're going to get Clara for the reach. As Berkey-Perryman tripped, and when she came down, I mean, it's just kind of the way she fell was into Clara, but nonetheless, that'll be Williams' first foul.
That's one thing about Clara. She don't foul too much.
She really doesn't. As active as she is, it's impressive.
Yes.
Stewart off the inbounds corner 3. It's long rebound hauled in by Allie Dressen. They're going to Stewart at the high post. Turnaround one-leg jumper draws nothing.
I think she's getting in her head a little bit.
I think so. I mean, Ava's going to play you as physical as anybody.
Yes, she is.
She grew up playing against Courtney Edwards. All right? Physical's all she knows.
And her dad.
Ain't that the truth? And a little pick-and-roll action goes to Schlotzauer, out to Crane. Set shot from 3, halfway down. Good look for Anna. Just wouldn't go. Once again, 5-point game as we close in on 4 minutes to play. A skip pass to the opposite corner, driving baseline, taken away by Crane, but another reach-in foul. Seems like the officials trying to
say, I think it's starting to
tighten up a little bit.
Yep. First half, they just let them play, and this half, they're going to start calling a little more, is what it looks like.
It's a weird thing to notice, but Lakita Berkey-Perryman's got some slick shoes.
I like them.
They lob into Stewart using the height, but great defense by Schlotzauer. Won't go. She gets the board, wants to run. Head to Crane, to Carvajal in the corner. Thought about the shot. And what I love is Schlotzauer was posting up, calling for the ball against Stewart. Clara uses the screen, pulls the 3 off the back iron, wouldn't go in. The rebound's going to be tipped out by Ava, even though she thinks it went off Stewart. I'm telling you, Ava's playing mad right now, and I would argue that Ava is dictating the pace against Stewart.
I think she is. I have not seen Ava play like this at all this year. Mad.
I think a lot of teams should be scared because if you get this Ava Schlotzauer and you're not a 6'3" D1 player, you're probably in trouble. Great help defense by Carvajal. Is the shot too strong for Perryman. However, out of bounds and will stay with the Eagles. 37-32. Pine Creek leads Tipton in this third quarter. Inbounds to Stewart, back to the corner. 3, top of the key, lined up off the front iron, won't go. Great box help. Charlie Bailey with, so, I mean, Tipton's defense is keeping them in this game.
I agree. They're doing great. We got to get it out of that corner.
Crane on the floor to Williams. They need the ball was loose. Clara dove on it, and a timeout called by Coach Culpepper to keep the possession alive. So with the defense keeping you right here in this game, offensively, is there something they can maybe scheme up to get a look against the length of this squad?
I think we need to get out of the corner. We're in the corner too much. I feel like that's been happening a lot. I think we just need to set some more screens and roll. The middle's open. I think.
Do you, I mean, on that pick and roll, though, are you trying to feed Ava attacking?
Oh, yeah. Feed Ava. I don't know. Clara has to do it, too. She's quick.
I will say it. Stewart seems tired to me.
I agree.
That last fight down there, Ava ran the floor, and Stewart was still back in the backcourt, and it makes you wonder, is all this banging and bruising with Schlotzauer wearing on her?
She was looking tired on second quarter.
I said that second quarter, too.
I think Culpepper ran a play or set a play up for him. So,
Coach Culpepper actually having to coach this game. I've seen some where I really wonder what they're talking about over there.
You don't want to know.
I tried to mic them up before, and they said it would get us kicked off the air. So Bailey left wing, Schlotzauer screen. She doesn't use it. She goes to the basket. Her floater off the glass, banked in. Tipton has drawn within 3, 37-34 here in the third quarter of action. Good movement away from the ball by Pine Creek. You can tell the kind of squad this is. High post dished out to the right wing. Drive taken away by Bailey. Travel. Wow. I didn't know. It was either going to be a travel or a jump ball forced by Bailey, and it is indeed a travel. So the Tipton ladies could draw within 1 or tie with a bucket here.
Charlie's got real active hands this game.
Charlie does not necessarily have the height or build to be the college player she is, but her skill and dedication is why she has a chance. Corner three, Bailey got it. You know, on top of all that, that jump shot helps you at the college level too. The Tipton ladies down 7 just moments ago have tied it up 37 apiece with 2:30 to go in the American Sun Control third quarter of action. Going to the low block. Carvajal there defensively. Stewart spins, gets in the middle of the lane. That's just 6'3", being 6'3".
Yep. I'm thinking she can probably touch her in easily.
I would say so. Schlotzauer goes against her, dishes out. Bailey wants another.
Yeah.
She'll get another.
She is on fire.
Tipton regains the lead 40-37. Or 39, excuse me. I've got my score.
Good steal by Maddie.
Carvajal off to the race against Stewart. Takes the contact. No whistle, though. Crane saves it back blindly. Ball still alive.
Ball.
Pass ahead.
Claire Williams just does not give up.
I don't think she gets tired
I don't like
either.
to say that.
And
travel.
Schlotzauer's closeout forces the travel. So
this is huge momentum for Tipton right here, especially if they can capitalize on this play here.
I'm just shocked they don't get rattled. You see a big moment or a big play happen from Pine Creek, like once again the shot blocked by Stewart down there. A lot of teams would struggle to get back, but instead it's like that makes the Lady Cards play harder.
I agree. I think it, let's see.
Williams on the weave to Carvajal, screened by Schlotzauer. Goes to Petrie on the right wing. She drives baselines, taken away, picks it up, goes to Williams. Schlotzauer resets. Bailey comes out to meet it. Bailey, has she got 4 threes in this game now?
Yes, I believe she's 4 for 6.
That's a pretty solid shooting
just in
night.
my head tonight.
Carvajal on the drive, briefly loses it, finds Bailey. Carvajal on the wing, back to Bailey, top of the key. They're getting a hand up on Charlie.
Yeah, they are.
Dish to the corner. Clara, she'll try a 3 off the front iron. Won't go. Petrie keeps it alive. It's tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Stewart. Cardinals keep possession. Even though that shot's not going from the corner for Clara, I like the look, and we know she can hit that.
Yep, and Stewart's getting a little angry. This might be good for us.
And the hands are on the
hips.
hips.
That's what I was getting ready to point out.
Carvajal skip past Schlotzauer. Thought about the 3.
Ava's thinking about it.
Ava really wants to attack Stewart. You can see. Bailey, though, lane to the basket. Instead, dishes. Corner 3. Carvajal off the iron. Wouldn't go. Long board. Tracked down by Pine Creek. So with under a minute to play, Tipton leads by 1. Pine Creek with the ball here in the American Sun Control third quarter. A skip pass.
We've got a couple of those all the way across to the other side.
They're dangerous, but they go to the low block to Stewart. She turns, and her left hand up and in. I mean, that's just, once again, size.
Yep.
41-40. Pine Creek now leads Tipton by 1 with 34 seconds to play. Carvajal uses the Bailey screen. Hesitation, gets inside, back out to Bailey. Charlie squaring up, deciding where she wants to go, back to Carvajal. I wonder if we could see them hold for the last shot here. Coach Culpepper in that squatted position. He's doing some hardcore coaching over there right now. 10 seconds play. Tipton's going to try to get the last shot here. Ava steps out.
Ava's shoving a little
It's
bit.
a skip to Clara. She wants to drive. Takes contact. Flips it to the weak side to Petrie. 3 seconds left. Carvajal inside to Schlotzauer. And that's how the quarter's going to end. Tipton doesn't get a shot off.
Hey. Ava's getting a little mad at 21. She had a little feisty push right there.
I like it. I
do too. She's
playing fired up. We played 3, and it's still anyone's game. 41-40. The Eagles lead the Cardinals. You're listening to KS-95 Sports.
Hi, I'm Brandon, and welcome to Gladstone Cove Boat Trailer Sales. Do you need a trailer to get your boat out of the water? Maybe just a replacement trailer. Or considering selling your boat, and you know a trailer will help get it done. We carry 11 lines of high-quality boat trailers, and if we don't have what you need, we also build our very own line of custom aluminum boat trailers. Thanks to everyone that's been by or just heard of us and gave us a referral. From my family to yours, we can't thank you enough.
Hi, I'm Jason Blankenship, owner of Jason Blankenship CPA LLC. As the year quickly draws to a close, it's time to start thinking about tax planning strategies for your farm and business. We are happy to meet with you and help you see where things stand for the year. We can also give you advice on ways to spend money to help you grow your business, all while maximizing your tax savings. No matter what your tax, payroll, or accounting needs are, Jason Blankenship CPA LLC has got you covered. Celebrating 10 years of service to the Central Missouri area and looking forward to many more, give us a call at 573-557-2417 or stop by and see us at 401 East North Street in Eldon.
As we enter the Jason Blankenship CPA fourth quarter of action, it's a 1-point game. This is Class 2 Tipton taking on number 4 in Class 6 in Colorado. Pine Creek Lady Eagles.
Oh,
and
there we
Ava
go.
going right at the Oklahoma commit. But the ball, like I said, a lot of body on the way.
Yeah.
The officials are letting them play. Coaching staff asking about it, but I love it. Let Ava keep going at her. These two girls don't like
Look
each
at
other.
them. They're going to keep going. They're pushing and shoving on each other down there.
But give Ava her credit. Stewart's not exactly lighting it up either.
In her face, too. Yep. But I think Ava's just going to keep taking it to her.
The inbounds is to Williams.
Look at him. Yeah.
To Petrie on the weave. Out to Ava. Ava, she'll fire the corner three. Get it!
Yes, she is fired up now. She's got that 21.
Quickly down the floor, though, getting behind the defense, laying it up and won't go. Offensive board, not one, but two. Oh, push off by Stewart, no call. She gets it up and in as she shoved Petrie in the back.
Yes, she did.
We're knotted up at 43 apiece with 7:20 to play. Haley brings it up. This is fun, man.
Ava's going to look for that three.
Instead goes back to Bailey. Schlotzauer, not deterred by 6'3". Instead, she wants to go at her. Petrie on the drive, skips it to Ava. She's going to try another three with a hand in her face. Off the iron, won't go.
It's all right, because now she can drive.
Quickly back the other way, and that's now twice in a row. That's very un-Tipton-like, is getting behind the defense and laying it in.
Got to get back on D.
You can see Maddie Carvajal about to check back in. Just a 2-point lead for, one of the best teams you're going to see anywhere this season. These Pine Creek Lady Eagles. Clara, crossover drive, hangs in there around Stewart. Offensive board kept alive by Crane. Dished out to Bailey, sets her feet, fires a three off the iron, won't go.
Yes.
Williams somehow gets the offensive board. Halfway tackle, ball out of bounds, but it'll stay with the Lady Cards. Man, I love this, though. You got two juggernauts playing each other, and the official said, we're not going to be the ones deciding the game tonight. Y'all can figure it out.
That's right.
That's the best kind of games.
Let's see.
Bailey to inbound. They're going to stack 4 low, screen away.
Claire's wide open.
Bailey's got 6'1". And
yes.
Okay. Who are they going to get for that?
15.
So on the...
It was Holden Clara.
Well, to be fair, that's best chance of Gardner.
Yeah, she was wide open for a little bit.
That's Paige Murdoch. Just the first team foul and only the second on Murdoch. Fouls are really not going to be a problem in this game.
No. Ava's really wanting it.
It's thrown to Ava on the left wing. She squares up with Stewart. Little jab step, goes out to Carvajal. Carvajal, quick crossover, drives baseline, wraparound pass, was looking for Clara, but it's a turnover. Picked off and running is Perryman. She'll stop, hesitation, drive inside, 3 strides before dishing it off again on the low block.
That's something we got to work on is that backside help.
It's a 4-point lead. Schlotzauer left open, 3, top of the key, gets it!
Yeah. She is going to use it against you. Terribly.
How many has Ava got?
She's got 5.
5 total?
Oh, no, 6. I didn't know.
She's hit 2 threes. The math don't
The
math.
tally marks are not
But what's she up to in the game is what I'm asking.
10, 14.
14. This is insane. So the biggest test of Ava Schlotzauer's career, I would argue, going against a 6'3" D1 commit to the University of Oklahoma, and it's not like, can she handle it? Ava's giving Stewart everything she can handle.
I don't think Stewart was ready for this, if you want me to be honest.
I don't think she was either. What I love is a game that you shouldn't even be in. Coach Culpepper is coaching over there.
Yeah.
I feel like something happens to him when it's like, we're not just playing with them. I think we can beat them.
I think that halftime really you got to see how the first half goes. You always got to see how that goes. We should always block in at the beginning, of course, but then once that first half was over, he always tells us it's shorter than practice, so play as hard as you can and give all you got.
Myra Class gave us an answer on this, so I'm going to ask you.
Okay.
Is your practice harder than your game?
Oh, way harder. And I think that's what makes it easier game-wise. She's right. Myra's right.
If anybody thinks that, star players get different treatment, I've said in their practices, Coach Culpepper will chew the best players just like everybody else.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely.
1-point game. Eagles with the ball, 47-46. They lead, 5:50 to go in this one. They go to Stewart at the high post. Good defense. That's a walk.
Yes.
Okay. She tried to go to the rim. Schlotzauer said, sorry, lane's closed. I am just blown away by Ava Schlotzauer.
Ava is locked, and she is game ready.
I'm telling you, if this Ava Schlotzauer is here this season, I think Class 2 basketball may run through Tipton.
If she's here for this season, I'm getting my popcorn and kicking back. That is a show I want to see.
Williams a crossover out to Bailey. 3 for the lead. Off the back iron wouldn't go. And on board. She hits the floor, and it's picked up by Pine Creek. A little handoff to Perryman. Dishes it back out.
Ava's working.
They go low to Stewart. The spin move off the glass. I mean, it's a battle for position, and just give her credit. Stewart's big and long and knows how to get her spot, but Williams races down the floor, left hand off the glass, and scores.
Yes.
Don't get into a foot race with Clara Williams. You already lost.
Yep.
Carvajal playing the defense on Perryman. Two great athletes there. Going to the corner.
They need that help side.
Bailey takes the drive. They're trying to post Stewart low. Ava's there. The help comes. Charlie tries to take it away. The problem is, with the help defense, it gave up the back cut, and Dressen gets the lay-in. I almost think at some point you're going to just have to leave Ava one-on-one with Stewart and let him fight it out.
Yep, I agree.
Williams gives it to Bailey. It's a 3-point game. Ava on the right wing. Stewart out on her.
She's taking.
She goes inside, gives it to Carvajal. A couple pass fakes. Out to Bailey. Bailey to Schlotthauer. Uses the pick and roll. Schlotthauer lane to the basket.
Yeah.
Shot up, just wouldn't fall. A little strong for Ava. Like the take, though.
I think they got a screen set on 21. She's going to get through.
So 4:15 to play, 3-point game. High Point, or excuse me, not High Point. Pine Creek. I don't know who I'm thinking of. Stewart low block. Double comes. She tries that one-footed fadeaway off the iron. Won't go. Schlotthauer fighting to keep it alive and tipped it out of bounds. Coach Culpepper is preaching something to his girls he didn't like.
Grab the ball. I know that's what he's saying.
The standard he holds here is absurd. On the inbounds, a little America play, it kind of looks like.
I'm
and they
looking
will.
out
They'll
there.
flash to the right wing. Deep three. I mean, that's just.
She's only a sophomore, isn't she?
It doesn't say.
I think we looked her up, and I think she's only a sophomore.
Well, she may be playing D1 ball somewhere with her skill.
I'm very impressed. Oh.
Clara Williams loses it, goes on the floor, needs help. Jump ball nearly forced. No, it's poked loose. Crane gets it, picks up in the midst of a double team. Back to Clara. She'll drive, lane to the basket, takes the contact, no whistle. Shot won't go. Danger zone here for the Cards. Only 3:30 to go. They trail by 6. They go to Stewart at the high post. Faked the shot and just threw it out of bounds and must have been touched by Crane.
Dang, I didn't see that.
I didn't either, but Crane not arguing it.
No, we probably needed that. Everybody wasn't back yet.
Tipton needs to get a stop here as the lead is ballooned to 6.
Clara's back on 23. 23 is posting up.
And Clara is
not
trying to get low. Like I said, the standout athlete, Perryman, gets in the wing. They get Stewart on the cut.
I thought.
Blocking foul going to be called against Ava. It was either going to be that or a travel, and they went with the block.
How many does Ava have?
I think just 2. Waiting to see him post here. No, just one.
Dang.
Stewart has...
She's got a little room.
She has body... Yeah, Courtney's over here. 1. You got 3 more to use at least.
Like, dang, that must be nice.
Courtney started the game with 3 fouls, all right? She got him in the layup line.
Oh, yeah, literally.
Right wing, Williams there defensively. It's stripped by Carvajal on the run out. Carvajal middle of the floor. Going to attack the basket through the body. Puts the shot up. Won't foul, but she'll shoot 2.
She's lucky on that one. I thought they were going to call that charge.
They could have. She dropped the shoulder a little bit, but still good to see Maddie get to the free throw line.
Let's go. Hit these.
Cut it down to a 4-point game and make this thing real interesting. First free throw is short. Good to see Myra over there. Hope the knee's healing up all right. I figure, it's been a week or so. By now, I thought she'd be out there taking jump shots.
I thought she'd be in the gym.
Well,
I know it's killing her.
Second free throw is good. It's a 5-point game with 3:10 to go. These Lady Cards will not go away. And, hand check going to be called on Carvajal. And once again, I would make the argument, as much as we talked about Brooklyn Stewart, and Brooklyn Stewart is good, Lakita Berkey-Perryman might be the best player on this team.
I agree. I'm enjoying watching her, honestly. She's super quick, and she's pretty physical for her size.
And she drew that foul because she gave a slight hesitation and then sped up. That was smooth.
I love them shoes.
A back screen to Stewart. Shot won't go. Good defense. Schlotthauer. She's fouled on the...
Oh, that is over the back. Are you kidding me?
Coach Schlotthauer didn't agree, and neither did Coach Culpepper, but nonetheless, they don't have whistles.
Neither did the crowd.
Yeah. Possession stays with Pine Creek.
That's just going to...
Looking for the back cut. It's taken away by Schlotthauer, but kept alive by Stewart. She's just too big.
She is. Her hands literally hit the back of the backboard, I swear, every time she goes for a layup.
56-49. Tipton needs to find a bucket here. Schlotthauer screen to Bailey to the corner to Williams. Back to Bailey, she drives, gives it to Clara. Thought about the corner three. Instead, gets inside, little spin. Back to Charlie.
Ava's ready to shoot. Dang.
Charlie gets dumped by the defense. That'll be the third foul against Pine Creek. Tipton really needs to penetrate and dish here. If you could get a good look from downtown, get that lead back down to about 4, you can make Pine Creek sweat a little bit.
Yep.
Still, 2 minutes and 30 seconds is a lot of time to go. Excuse me, that's just the third foul on Pine Creek. I thought it would be the fourth potentially, but the inbound. Schlotzauer gets it. Gives it to Carvajal. Quick crossover inside, makes space for Ava. She steps into a three. Off the back iron, wouldn't go. Board pulled in by Pine Creek, tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Carvajal. You gotta think Ava's getting a little tired.
I think she is. Well, I don't know.
I didn't say she was going to slow down.
But we got to get back.
It's knocked loose by Williams, but rolls right.
Timeout.
To a Pine Creek player. And yes, Pine Creek will burn the timeout. They'll take the full, so we'll take the break. It's a 7-point game with 2:17 to play in the Jason Blankenship CPA fourth quarter. You're listening to KS-95 Sports.
Sold out crowd at Remax Arena at Lake of the Ozarks, and Winter Shelton's got 5 seconds left to win this deal. Can they pull it off? Inbound passes to Shelton at the top of the key. They try to double team him. Shelton crosses over the competition with some razzle dazzle. 2, 1. He shoots the game winner, and it's Winter Shelton for the win.
Shelton is crushing it.
When buying a home or real estate, put the ball in Winter Shelton's hands for the game winner.
Winter Shelton's crushing it, yeah.
Since 1882, the Bank of Versailles has been locally owned and operated. Lending decisions are made right here in our community by people who understand real estate in the area. The Bank of Versailles is your local home and farm loan specialist, offering knowledgeable staff and competitive fixed rates that are hard to beat. The Bank of Versailles, building relationships with the people in our local community for 142 years. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
With a 7-point deficit, 2:17 to play here in the fourth. Well, you got all the jams here in Tipton.
I mean, Dr. Rob really likes to get that hard rock going. I don't know. Sometimes we feel it in our bones, but
I'm waiting for the day we get here, and he's actually got the old school DJ set up, just mixing it on the ones and twos. I could see Dr. Rob dropping the beat.
For sure, for sure.
Pine Creek ball, 2:17 to play. Tipton looking for a stop. Still a single-digit game, and I mean, this is a game that Tipton should have no business being in. Carvajal gambles on the steal. It winds up with Stewart. Top of the key is Perryman.
Culpepper said she went over half court.
The right wing, nothing there. Trying to jump passing lanes are the Lady Cards. Still saying discipline. However, lane to the basket. Take off the glass too strong. Kept alive. Schlotzauer fights for that's touched by.
White ball.
Great job by Ava. I'm telling you, if Ava doesn't need an ice bath after this game, I don't know who does.
Don't worry. Her mom will get her all put together.
I figured Dr. Schlotzauer over there would handle it. A crossover from Carvajal off the screen. Takes it to the basket. Scoops that up and in.
We needed that.
I think if we see Maddie kind of light up here in these last few minutes, that could be very beneficial.
I agree.
5-point game. Thinking about the wing three. Now thinking about the corner. It's ran away by Bailey. A long throw to Stewart. When you got 6'3" up top, you can do that. Carvajal out on her. Stewart turns the corner, looks to drive. Ava takes it away. Stewart nearly loses her footing. Pass tipped by Williams. Clara saves it, but it's saved into the hands of Perryman.
Backside.
1:20 to play. Pine Creek trying to run some clock. You want to talk about respect? That's a sign of respect when the number 4 ranked Class 6 team says, I think we need to burn clock instead of trying to play offense against them.
Minute 16 left. Yeah, they definitely need a double here.
You can gamble at this point if you're Tipton. Try to jump a passing lane.
Yep.
Crane nearly does.
Almost right there.
They're looking to feed Stewart on the back post, but I mean, I just don't think it's going to be there. A drive and a hand check going to be called, I believe, against Crane. That'll be the 4th team foul. Now I want to know how well Pine Creek shoots free throws.
We haven't rarely. Oh, they're still not shooting free throws.
No, it'll be one more. That will, by the way, be the 4th foul on Anna Crane. 1:07 to play in a 5-point game. Perryman just lobs it into Stewart. She's out on the right wing.
They're going to keep. Ava needs to get up. Yep, they're going to run some clock time.
I think right now they're trying to keep the ball out of the hands of Perryman if possible. Like I said, I firmly believe she is the most skilled player on this team. They go high post to Stewart. She kicks it out to the corner. 3 from Perryman off the iron. Schlotzauer gets it. Surprised to see that 3. Not surprised to see Schlotzauer leave the fast break. And she is fouled.
I think once Ava gets that ball, I think she just needs to go.
When they played Hickman, we were sitting right next to the bench, and multiple fast breaks. You could hear Coach Schlotzauer yelling at Ava. She's bringing it up. Who's going to stop you?
Yes, because she's like a bull in a china cabinet. Nobody's stopping her.
You mean bull in a china shop? If you can fit a bull in a china cabinet, I'm impressive. Carvajal drives, splits the defense. Stewart swats it from behind still. Aggressive take. I got to wonder if you can drive and dish out for 3 maybe. This seems like Charlie Bailey time to me.
Charlie, yep. And she needs to get a 3 right here.
Runs off the screen and Carvajal gets dumped on the screen and she'll shoot too. So no time runs off and Maddie could cut this to a 3-point game.
So we need these free throws. The free throws are big.
Once again, this is the number 4 ranked team in Class 6 basketball in the entire state of Colorado. First free throw for Maddie. Rattles around and drops.
All right, we need the second one.
56-52. Anna going to go to the bench because this may be foul time.
Lara, yep.
And once again, Anna has played so much better this season, but Lara Petrie has played a lot better this season too.
Lara's very aggressive. She's a great defender.
Carvajal's second free throw won't go. Stewart the board. They find Perryman.
Ooh.
Toss ahead. Now Stewart in the middle of the floor. Tipton going to have to think about fouling with 30 seconds to play, down by 4. Instead, they double Stewart, and she is finally fouled by Bailey. I'm going to go out on a limb and say Stewart's probably a pretty decent free throw shooter because she likes that mid-range jumper.
I think so.
Plus,
she likes to smile and talk a lot.
She does.
I think that may be getting under Ava's skin, too.
Because Ava doesn't like to talk to anybody?
No, she doesn't like to talk.
First free throw for Stewart is up and good. 57-52.
Ava's back in the game.
Crane, once again, sharp shooter from outside. Second look from Stewart. Could push the lead back to 6. It's off the iron. Schlotzauer the board. Lead stays at 5. Ava going to bring it up. Tipton has numbers on the fast break. Carvajal sees it, drives. Tried to drop it off to Schlotzauer, but it's picked off by Perryman.
We need a steal right here.
And overplaying is Carvajal. The bump and a foul going to be called. And that will go ahead and send Sills to the line. So with 13 seconds left, things looking a little bleak for Tipton right now. But, I mean, the experience you got out of this and what you learned from this game may be bigger than a win or a loss.
I agree. I think they've done great the whole game.
Sills' first free throw up and good. Lead at 6.
And I know they want to win, but
that's the fun part.
It's experience, honestly.
If they lose this, they're going to leave mad about the loss.
Yeah.
Even though they led. And a steal on the inbounds is Perryman. Stewart has it, and that's probably going to close this one out with 7 seconds left. I don't think Tipton's going to foul here, as Stewart just going to try to play a little keep away. And that's how this one will come to a close. Tipton gives Class 6, number 4 ranked, Pine Creek everything they could handle and then some, but they come up just short, 59-52. Postgame show is coming up. You're listening to KS-95 Sports.
Aye, Captain, the seas of the Ozarks are too rough. Me and crew can't secure the screens and railings. She'll never be installed right. She ain't sturdy, Captain. Rest assured, you'll see calmer seas this winter. And have American Sun Control secure powder-coated railings and screens for shade, too. While the lake is calm this winter, let American Sun Control install your dock and deck screens and railings. Come in, call, and look them up online and Facebook. American Sun Control.
Since 1944, Carpenter Gunther Lumber Company, Morgan County's only locally owned lumber yard, has been providing the area with quality building materials needed for its building, remodeling, and repair projects. Because customer care is Carpenter Gunther's #1 goal, your project is always their priority. They take as much pride in your project as you do. Reach them at 378-4433 Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 4:30, and 8 to noon on Saturday. Carpenter Gunther, where they put the home in hometown business.
Have you ever gone into panic mode because you reach into your wallet and your debit card is not there? Hi, this is Ryan Pryor from Citizens Bank of Eldon and Versailles. With the Umbrella app on your mobile phone, you can block your debit card with a quick tap of a button. 5 minutes later, you remember that it's in your pocket. No problem. Just go back in and unblock your card, and now it's business as usual. Ask us how you can enroll. Member FDIC.
A hometown bank, a hometown friend.
The Morgan County Health Center in Versailles reminds you can help your child have a healthy future. Encourage them to get 1 hour or more of physical activity every day and limit screen time to 2 hours at most. Time spent in front of a screen watching TV or playing video games means less time being active. Make sure they get 3 servings of low or no-fat milk or yogurt every day, 4 servings of water, not sugary drinks, and 5 servings or more of fruit and vegetables. Healthy habits lead to a healthy future. A message from the Morgan County Health Center in Versailles.
And we are back with the Bank of Versailles post-game show. I know Courtney's got folks to go see and whatnot. Before you go, what thoughts do you have about the game?
I thought it was a great game. I really, I was expecting a lot different game, honestly. I expected either it to be a blowout, I know this sounds terrible, or a super close game. And they came in with a close game, and I thought they did great. And honestly, I don't think Colorado is ready for that.
No, I think it's safe to say that Colorado is going to be back in that locker room a little shook about what just happened because let's call it what it is. A couple shots go a little differently, and Tipton very easily could have won this game.
I agree. I think if they had a couple more layups and I don't know, I think they easily could have won it. I know Culpepper's in there wanting a rematch already.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, they're trying to schedule. I've heard the murmurs, but we'll see about that. I've heard maybe next year at your place, something like that, and could be a fun event. But once again, you know Coach Culpepper. He does not care. He'll play anyone if it makes his team better.
Yep.
Tipton after this gets into a little more routine play. I say that. They're in a tournament later this month with teams like Jeff City and Elias. But honestly, that's even going to seem a little slower compared to this.
I agree. I think this game might set the tone for the year, you know. I think they needed to have this game because it's definitely the best team we've seen this year. So far. Is it safe to say, though, that you still believe the quest for the state title is right on track? Yes, and I just hope they win it. I don't know. It's so much fun. It's such a great experience, and everybody looks up there on the wall, and you're like, dang. You know, that was just like last year, you know, and I think they'll do great. I think they'll make it again if they keep pushing hard and keep staying locked in. It's got to make you a little bit proud, though, seeing all these kids that, you know, you were leading last year and helped them get to this point. Now seeing them take the next step, it's got to be like a proud big sister moment. I am, and I tell you what, if my little babies ever get hurt, I will go out on that court because I am still going to protect them. At one point, Ava was mixing it up with Stuart. We go to the break, and Courtney's up here trying to decide, do I need to drop the headset and go down there? Are we doing this? Her and Charlie, if they get hurt, they're my little baby. Well, any of them really, but you know. Little. I don't know how to tell you this. I think Ava's got you on the height department. Oh, she definitely does. She's got me. She's a heck of an athlete. She's got me. But Courtney, it's always great having you on the broadcast. Like I said, I know you got people to go see, but I appreciate you coming up, and you've always got a spot up here with a headset if you want. Thank you. I appreciate it. That is the Badger Courtney Edwards popping in and doing this one for us. Always great to have her on the mic. Lady Cards come up a bit short, but man, what a battle and great timing as Coach Jason Culpepper going to slide in here and join us right now. And Coach, I think I know where you're going with this, but how'd you feel about your squad tonight?
I thought overall we played our best game.
Agreed.
You know, I think that that game right there was probably what I anticipate out of Tipton Lady Cardinals basketball. I thought we did a good job defensively. Obviously, they have a lot more size than us, so you know, rebounding's hard against teams that size. But I thought overall our girls did a really good job. You know, they have some really good players on their team. But I thought our girls really showed how good they are tonight. And I didn't feel like we did that against a few teams we played this year. But I thought tonight we really did a good job of getting after on defense, rebounding, making some shots, some timely shots, responding when they made a run and got up by 7 in the first part of the third quarter, came back and took the lead, and then we're down 1 going into the fourth. And then, you know, we had a few turnovers there at the end of the fourth quarter that, you know, we'd like to have a shot on basket. You know, so we'll clean that up going into January, February, and March. And, like I told the girls, really proud of them. Thought they played well. Sometimes, even if you play well, it's still not enough against some of these good teams like Pine Creek.
I'm going to ask a question that I think the answer should probably frighten any team in Class 2 basketball. But as good as the Tipton ladies played tonight, which I thought they played absolutely exceptional, I agree, best game I've seen you guys play this year. Do you still think you can be better than what you were today?
Oh yeah, I mean offensively, we still haven't played, great offensively yet. Sometimes it looks like we're trying to stick a square peg in a round hole, as I call it. And, we just got to build up that trust with our teammates. And they're starting to move a little better. We talked about it a lot over the last week of moving without the basketball, relocating without the basketball, being a threat. And I think we're doing a much better job of that. And then whenever we get into positions where we draw an extra defender, we've got to kick the ball to the open girl and trust that they're going to knock it down. Whether or not they make it or not, if you make the right basketball play, it's usually going to reward you more times than not.
So I've got to call them out because they're sitting right in front of us right now. We'll get to talk to them in just a moment. You have two juniors on this squad that to say they impressed me tonight would be an understatement. First, starting off with Clara Williams, that I think there is a chance you could make the case that Clara Williams was the best athlete on the floor tonight and at times during the game was the best player on the floor. What exactly has happened this year to Clara's game to take that next step to where we saw her take over this game at one point and give you guys the lead in a big burst? Just talk about the growth that you've seen from Clara this year.
Yeah, I mean, Clara's an exceptional basketball player. Obviously, she's a really good athlete, but she's an excellent basketball player. She does her work off the court as well. I told her at lunch on, I think it was Friday. I said, "Hey, you want a blue Gatorade? I owe you a blue Gatorade." And she's like, "What did I do?" And I was like, "You watched the most film this week." And I joked with JD. I said, "I think Clara actually watched more film than me this week. She had over 2 hours of film that Clara logged this week." And that typically rewards players that understand what their opponent's going to do. Against some opponents, you can come in blind and you're going to be just fine because no matter what they try to do, you're going to cover it up. And no matter what you do, they're not going to be able to cover it up. But whenever you play against teams that are better than you, basketball-wise, whether it's because they have a 6'3" body or they have a 4'4", 40, whenever you play against kids like that, you got to understand what they're doing and you got to be prepared and you got to do your homework so you know what they're going to try to do. And then, you're not going to ever take anything away from great players, but you got to make them go to their second options. And whenever you study teams and you study players and you start learning tendencies of who they are and what they do, I think Claire does an excellent job of being able to go out there and take away that girl's first option. I think she locked down the Rodman girl from California to 5, and she held the Simmons girl from Hickman on Thursday to 13. She had a little bit different assignment tonight. She had to guard a bigger girl because of
she
matchups.
shut the 6'1" girl down, though.
But she did a great job on her. And then, she had to switch over on their point guard for a little bit. She did a good job. She let her have the right baseline once, but then, that was probably a lack of, her not being prepared to guard her because she spent so much time preparing for who she was going to guard. But we had to make a switch in the game, an in-game adjustment. And she only let her have it once, and then she didn't give it up to her again. So, Clara does a great job of being prepared and doing her homework. And, she's a great player, great kid, too.
Now, in the same breath, Courtney Edwards was on the call for us for the second half, and we saw something that I've never personally seen before. We started calling it Angry Ava because Ava was down there absolutely dogfighting with that 6'3" Stewart girl, who, by the way, remind the folks, is an Oklahoma commit. This is one of the best players in the nation in high school basketball. And I would make the argument that you would say it was a battle to a draw tonight because Ava didn't give an inch and actually gave the Stewart girl fits all night. How on earth does Ava at 5'10" battle with girls that size and skill level and not miss a step?
I would say the best part about Ava on the basketball court is she's a good combination of really good at basketball and also a lot crazy. So, whenever she plays against a girl like that, Ava is obviously 5'9", maybe 5'10" on a good day if she's got the right shoes on. But, defensively, she is a tough kid, and she battled all game long, and she gave that girl all she wanted. That girl was definitely rattled, and Ava was definitely in her head. And for a girl like Ava who's 5'9" and $140, something like that, to be able to give her fits and step out there to the 3-point line. I think she ended up making 2 or 3 threes for the game, something like that. And that's something I want her to do. I talked to you about that in the fast break to start the season about Ava's ability to shoot it. And in the first half, she was just like catching it and putting it on the floor instead of just facing up. Read that defender. If she's down, you knock that shot down. She's a 40% 3-point shooter. And that's a great option for us. And I thought Ava in the second half did a great job of taking over and running the offense through her. And, like I said, she's a great player, great kid, and just has right amount of crazy from her dad that she can guard girls like that.
Oh, that's fantastic. Just the right amount of crazy for Ava. That's good to know. Before we get to the girls here real quick, I got to ask, what do you guys have coming up next week?
We go to the Lynn tournament next week, so we have a game against Iberia on Tuesday, which, they're much improved from last year. They got a pretty good record right now. And then we'll play probably, if we win that one, we'll play, I would probably guess Saturday for first against Fatima, I would guess.
That should be a good matchup. You guys in Fatima battled last year. That's a talented squad up there, the Lady Comets got.
Yep. We're looking forward to next week. And then we're fortunate because then we have a nice little break to get right and correct some stuff. And then get to go to that grade 8 tournament over there in Jeff City over Christmas break against some really good teams.
Well, we're looking forward to seeing you guys again very soon down the road, but I'm going to turn that headset over to the girls so that we can get on with little crazy Ava.
That's right.
And Clara. But, Coach, great game tonight, and thanks for coming up.
Thank you.
All right, that was Coach Jason Culpepper of these Lady Cards as we get the mic on Ava here. And I think Clara's already mic'd up. Ava, I know you couldn't hear that, but Coach Culpepper just may have given you the weirdest compliment I've ever heard, that you are just the right combination of great basketball player and just crazy enough to be great defensively. You just had a battle with an Oklahoma commit who is 6'3", and I'm going to be honest, I think you won the battle. Take me through what just happened tonight. How do you play a girl that big, that good? How'd you handle her that well?
Well, I wanted to stay a little far off just in case she can obviously shoot, but I also didn't want her to drive, and I also had really great help defensively to stop her. Now,
I know you can't tell us everything, but we did see a few times maybe mixing it up a little bit on the floor late in the play. Once again, Courtney Edwards was up here on the call with us, started calling it Angry Ava. So you don't see her very often, but when she comes out, does that spark something when maybe you take that shoulder to the ribs or something you don't like? Because it seemed like something happened in that third quarter. You got mad and said, I want the ball and I want to go at her.
Oh, yeah, I was getting pretty angry out there, not going to lie. I was like, we got to win this, guys. Come on, keep pushing.
And speaking of keep pushing, the girl who I have a theory doesn't ever get tired and might be the fastest player I've ever seen on floor, Clara Williams. Clara, you had a stint there where it seems like you saw something and decided I can get to the rim at will. Is it something the defense showed you, or where did the offense start, and what triggered that for you? Oh, well, I thought your mic was on. What'd you do here, Britt? That's the one she's on. All right, let's try that again, Clara.
I just thought, I think when we pushed it as a team, it sparked it for me, like, hey, we're doing this. And then they were also I saw the open lane and took it.
Well, you guys, I'm going to be honest. This is the best I've seen you play this year. And it almost seems like, I don't want to use the word bored because that comes off disrespectful to other teams, but it seems like you almost needed a game where you had to be looking up at someone, have a Class 6 number 4, because let's call it what it is. You guys right now are the cream of the crop in Class 2 basketball, and people know that. But is there something about seeing a Goliath walking in that makes you feel like David, ready to meet the challenge?
Yeah, I think it really helped us improve our defensive skills and our offensive skills and just
Yeah, I think it taught us we had to be mentally ready all 4 quarters. I think the other games we weren't quite ready every quarter, so we didn't play the best we could play. In this game, we knew we had to be ready if we wanted to even have a chance.
So I know you guys wanted to win in these last 2 games, but you've played 2 very talented Class 6 squads, and you've given both of them everything they can handle. Now, coming up, you're going to get to see some normal-sized squads finally, as the sibling love there, as Dane coming up to see Ava. But nonetheless, you guys are going to get to see some squads a little bit closer to your size. After being able to battle with these Class 6 teams, is it safe to say that, you're not looking to put another L on the schedule the rest of the way?
Yeah. Nowhere else.
Now, I will tell you, there is one more big dog on the schedule ahead. As at the Sophie Cunningham Classic, you know Rockbridge is waiting on you. And Ava, I see that look on your face. They happen to feature a 6'3" or 6'4" Porter girl. Is that one circled on your calendar already?
You bet.
I love the way this girl plays basketball. She is fearless. Now, in the same breath, Clara, you're going to see some great guard play from that team because I've been told that their best player actually may be a two guard. Is that something you're already getting up for and trying to find a way to shut that player down?
Yeah, we'll have to watch a bunch of film. All of them are really good players, so I'm looking forward to it. I think it'll be a fun game. And after playing these games, I think we'll be a lot more ready than we would be if we didn't have these opportunities.
Well, girls, I mean this sincerely. I watched a very talented game tonight, and there is an argument to be made that you were the two best players on the floor against one of the best teams in the nation. So I know you came up short, but seriously, you both played phenomenal tonight. We cannot wait to see you again soon, and thank you both for coming up to talk.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That is Clara Williams and Ava Schlotzhauer, who both just put on a basketball clinic tonight. And they came up just short, but still a great showing as we'll get Britt mic'd back up here. Britt, put this one on. It's easier to control. I mean, I'm just like blown away. Britt, you talked to these girls, and I know you could hear it without the headset on. When I asked Ava, hey, you got a 6'4" Porter girl you're going to have to deal with at the Sophie Cunningham Classic. How do you feel about it? Bring it on, is what she says.
This is like Candyland to her.
Okay, I think you put on the... Let's try this now. What is it?
I think it's like Candyland to her. It is something fun and it's something exciting, and sure, it's a battle, but Ava just goes out there and just does what she wants to do, and that's play basketball.
Oh, Ava's a warrior. There's no doubt about it. But to be fair, so is Clara. And speaking of other warriors, I see one down there right now, Charlie Bailey, who Charlie had a really good game too. It's just they started closing out on her. I feel like these Tipton girls are just a little different. They want to have a reason to have a chip on their shoulder.
Yeah, they look for it. They look for that, oh, I want to prove. That's not that they're saying that they're better than you, but they're going to prove that they're better than you.
100%. Real quick, can you give us the scoring recap?
I absolutely can. We had Maddie Carvajal with 7, Anna Crane with 3, Charlie Bailey with 16, Claire Williams with 11, and a heck of a defensive show she put on for us tonight. Ava Schlotzhauer, the same there, 14, and another great performance out of her with that big down low.
I'm still blown away. You told Clara, hey, this girl's 6'1", and she said, okay, what of it? You told Ava, hey, this girl's 6'3" and going to Oklahoma, and she said, cool, I'm going to make sure she has nightmares about me tonight. I mean, hats off to Pine Creek. That's an incredibly talented ball club that's going to make a run at the Class 6 state title this year, no doubt about it. But is it safe to say that if you're in Class 2 basketball, you're thinking about the Tipton Lady Cardinals?
I think I'm dreaming about them.
You think you're having some nightmares about them?
Maybe a little bit, because I can honestly say that even if I'm Rockbridge, I'm looking at Tipton and I'm starting now. I'm starting preparing now.
Yeah, if you don't take them serious, they will get you. But I think we're going to go ahead, put a wrap on things of this broadcast. It's been the Bank of Versailles postgame show, all part of our Martin Metal broadcast. But a big shout out to Britt throwing the headset on, taking stats. You're getting good at this, girl.
Yeah, I'm going for Ryan's job. I know he's probably listening. I'm going for your job.
I'm sorry, Ryan, you're getting canned. Thanks to Spence on the camera tonight. Appreciate you, buddy. And, of course, Mark back at the studio. This has been another presentation. KS-95 Sports. Good night.